Welcome all of you to class. I am Yogesh Kumar Pandey. I am going to explain a chapter in class 12 and the name of this chapter is Challenges of a Nation Building. Class, India was got the independence on 15 August 1947. And India got this independence and independence come with the partition. Okay? And on the midnight of 14 and 15 August 1947, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was addressed the Assembly of Constituent Assembly. Okay? They addressed the Constituent Assembly and he was given his famous speech, The Test with the Destiny. India got the independence, but before the independence, they have a common aim. Our freedom fighters they have a common aim that after the independence, India run according to democratic way. And after the independence, our country ensure the welfare of backward community or the peoples who are in the disadvantage. Okay, but class, when India was got the independence, our country was faced three challenges. Class, India was got the independence on 15 August 1947. And when India got the independence on 15 August 1947, India have three challenges basically. The first challenges is the challenges of nation building. To shape a nation. Shape a nation. This is the first challenge to us. And the second challenge is to establish a democracy. To establish a democracy. To establish a democracy. And the third challenge is to ensure the well-being of all. To ensure the well-being of all. To ensure the well-being of all. Basically, not for someone, but all the section of society, basically the peoples who are belonging to the disadvantaged section, the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and so on. And same time, the problem of economic development has come under this heading. Okay, so our country was faced these three types of challenges. Class, this chapter is focused basically on the first challenges to shape a nation. India was a multi-religion, multi-linguistic, multicultural country. Okay? And India is a diverse country and it was very difficult to convince all the peoples live in a single country. Plus, after the independence, before the independence, there are 565 princely states. And it was very difficult to convince them in a single unit. Okay? So the first challenge is the very big challenges, and this is the major challenges for us to shape a nation. But if you are looking class, the second challenge is to establish a democracy. Plus, many people are saying that democracy is only for the rich country, for those countries where literacy rate is very high. So democracy is for rich and literate people. But class, India is a illiterate and poor in many types of lackness in our country. But our country was choosing the toughest path. Our country is poor, illiterate, but we are choosing the path of democracy. And our country was organized the election by election commissioner. The first chief election commissioner is Shiv Kumar Sen, and India was successfully organized the democratic election. Plus, on those days, India was decided to parliamentary form of government. Parliamentary form of government. Plus, can you tell what is the parliamentary form of government? Parliamentary form of government.
The Britishers.
In this, in parliamentary form of government, executive and legislature are interdependent. In the parliamentary form of government, executive and legislature both are interdependent. Executive is responsible for their work against executive is responsible for their work against legislature class. Executive is responsible for their work against legislature. If legislature introduce a no confidence motion, suppose in the parliament, the member of parliament was organize a no confidence motion, so executive was bound to give resignation. Okay? So executive is responsible for their work against legislature. The tenure of executive is uncertain. They are elected for 5 years, but their tenure is uncertain, because in the case of no confidence motion, the executive is bound to give their resignation. The tenure of executive is uncertain. Class, I draw the image to elaborate this. Government have a 3 organs: executive, legislature and judiciary. Okay? This executive is responsible for their work against legislature. In a parliamentary form of government, executive and legislature both are interdependent. Executive is responsible for their work against legislature. The tenure of executive is uncertain. They are elected only for the 5 years, but tenure is uncertain. Okay? And executives are basically 2 types. Executives are basically 2 types. First is nominal and the second is real, like in India. President is the nominal head and the council of ministers headed by prime minister is the real head. So in a parliamentary form of government, there are 2 types of executive. First is nominal and the second is real. So this is the another feature of the parliamentary form of government. So our India was adopted a parliamentary form of government because under the British rule we learn how the parliamentary form of government worked. During the colonial period, we got the experience of parliamentary form of government. Okay, and in the parliamentary form of government, executive is responsible for their work against the legislature. So, according to need of our country, we select the parliamentary form of government because the executive is responsible for their work against legislature. That is why in India we have a need of executive basis which is accountable against people, against legislature. That is why we adopt the parliamentary form of government. And a successful election was organized, and initially the Congress party won all the election. They got the benefit of legacy of freedom movement. But the situation was changed. You are looking, the Bharatiya Janata Party was now in another party was this party is in the ruling. And class, the third challenge is to ensure the well-being of all, well-being of all, entire society, not only some section of society, but we focus on the disadvantaged groups, the peoples who are living in a bad situation, like a backward peoples, the peoples who are living in a near a forest, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes. Our countries have a caste system, though some section of our society was exploited by the other. So, the third challenge is to ensure the well-being of all. Okay, because our country is suffering from caste system. Okay, the gap between rich and poor is very big. The lands are under the control of jamidars, and peoples were very poor. Okay, so the third challenge is to ensure the well-being of all, and we have a need to focus on the disadvantaged groups. Okay, class, now the next topic is partition, displacement and rehabilitation. Class, India was got the independent 15 August 1947, and on that day India is divided into two countries, India and Pakistan. According to two-nation theory, which was advanced by the Muslim League and Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the India was going to divided into two parts. One for Muslim Pakistan, and the second is non-Muslim like Hindustan. And the basis of this partition of a country is religious majority class. Okay? Our country was going to divide it on the basis of religious majority. Okay? Class, so British India was going to divide it into India and Pakistan according to two-nation theory, which was advanced by the Muslim League and their leader Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Plus our leader like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and so many other leaders were criticized this division and demand of Pakistan. But during the 1940s era, there was a different events were happening in our country, and our leaders were enforced for the partition, because one thing like a direct action day, according to this the Muslim League was organized the violence in all over the country. So due to attitude of Muslim League and Muhammad Ali Jinnah, our country was going, we enforced to accept the decision of partition. Okay? And British India is going to divide into India and Pakistan. But class, when this British India is going to divide into India and Pakistan, there is some problem in the partition, like the first problem. The first problem is that all over the British India, there is no clear area where the Muslims are in the majority. This is the first problem. But after very hard work, they were taking some area like East and West are the Muslim majority. Okay? Some area like in the east and west are the Muslim majority class. Okay. So eastern area which are Muslim dominated become the eastern Pakistan, and the west area where the Muslim are majority is making western Pakistan. This is the first thing. The second problem, all the area which are Muslim majority are not accepted that decision that they are going to Pakistan, like northwestern frontier region and their undisputed leader Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. So northwest frontier region, this was a Muslim majority area, and their leader was the people like Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. He was the undisputed leader of northwestern frontier region, and he was not ready going with the Pakistan. So this is the second problem. Okay. All the Muslim majority area is not ready to go with the Pakistan. And the third problem is that minorities problem of the both sides. Both sides have a minorities, like in Pakistan some Sikh and Hindus are in the minority, and in India some Muslims are in the minority. So there is a problem. The problem is both sides of the minority, and the decision of partition was taken very immediately on 15 August, but people have no idea that they are in the Pakistan or India. The peoples who are living from the thousands here in their motherland, now they were enforced to leave their house at a very short notice. Okay, this is the third problem, and one is the another problem, like the fourth problem is that the area which are Muslim majority like eastern Pakistan and western Pakistan, they have so many non-Muslims in the majority. In eastern Pakistan and western Pakistan, which are Muslim majority area, which are going to area in Pakistan, they have so many areas in the Pakistan where the non-Muslims are majority, like Sikhs and Hindus are majority in there. So this is a very complicated situation. So our leader was taking the decision of partition, but they have no plan how the people migrate from one place to another place. They have no idea, and that is why during partition 5 to 10 lakhs people were killed. Violence related to this migration or due to communal violences, and this was the biggest migration. 80 lakhs people were migrated from one part to another, from India to Pakistan, Pakistan to India. Okay, 80 lakhs people were migrated. So this was a big problem for us class. Our next topic is consequences of partition. What are the consequences of partition? Class, after the partition, the peoples are moving from one territory to another territory. Like Hindu and Sikh who are living in the Pakistan, now they were enforced to leave their house or lands, and the Muslims who are living in India, they also going to Pakistan. So the first consequences is the migration. 80 lakhs people were migrated from India to Pakistan or Pakistan to India. This was the biggest migration in the world history. Okay, 5 to 10 lakhs people were killed partition related, migration related communal violences. 5 to 10 lakhs people were killed. Okay, when people were moving from like Hindus and Sikhs were coming from Pakistan to India, at the path they were attacked by the Muslims. Women were feel the violence against, means women were abducted by the abductors, and women were enforced to marry in the family of abductors. The family was broken, the children were lost their parents. Okay, many times parents for saving their family honor, parents were giving poison their daughter. Okay, and these things were happening both sides of the border. Okay, because when the Muslims were attacked on the Hindus and Sikhs, so after this our in India Hindus were also attacked on the Muslims. So Muslims were going avoid in the area of Sikh and Hindu, and Hindu and Sikh is also going in those areas where Muslim in the majority. Okay, and during this partition class, the writers, the poets were written their experience in the story. Many movies were making like in your book a story is movie is Garam Hawa, which was based on the Salim Mirza businessman, how they lost the credit in the market because he was a Muslim in India. So they lost the credit, no one give loan to Muslim. Okay, so how they suffer. So many movies, stories, plays were written on that day, and writers were write the painful experience of the partition. This partition is known as also the heart of partition of heart also. Okay, everything is divided between India and Pakistan. The table, the chair, the railway department, their bureaucrats, officers, pen, bands, everything is divided between India and Pakistan class. Okay, and when Muslims were leaving our country and going in the Pakistan, after this 12% Muslims were remain in our country after the migration, because country, our leader like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, they were the secular leader. They were saying that all the Hindu Muslims had no need to leave the India. If they want to live here, so there is no need to leave this India. And after the Muslims leave this our India, 12% Muslims are remain. Okay. So after the going of Muslims, India was not become a Hindu nation. Our leader are in the secular nature, like they in our India Hindu or other than Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, Jewish, Buddhists are also exist in our country class. So we follow the policy of secular. Okay. Class. So the division of India is many saying division of heart also class. And the next topic is integration of princely state. On those days 565 princely states, and class next topic is integration of princely state. Class, during the British India, there are two types of the provinces. First is the provincial states, second is the princely states. Provincial state is directly under the control of British. but the princely states have some internal autonomy, and this princely 565 princely states which are not under the direct control of Britishers. The princely states only accept the paramountcy of Britishers. Okay.